The groom had just hurt his back the night before, and it was so badly hurt that he couldn't even walk. And the bride was in tears. She came to me and she said, "We can't do our first dance." I said, "That's what a best man is for. Use them." And it worked. Everybody was happy, even the groom.
Here at this hotel, someone pulled the fire alarm, and instead of just giving up, I brought them outside. We got to meet all the firemen, and we got some stellar pictures with the firemen there, and the bride was just in love. They really loved it. It was great.
We had an event where a bride and groom both forgot their wedding rings back in Welland, and we were already in Niagara Falls. We had to race back and get both their wedding rings and get them to Botanical Gardens before their wedding started.
One bit of help that Judy gave to a bride was
find a ring.
It was lost in the grass, and Judy spent the time to make sure they found it.
One bit of unexpected help I had to give a bride one day was getting her stiletto heel out of her lace train. It was the hokey pokey wedding. It wasn't a good thing, but I helped, and she carried on down the aisle.
The most important piece of information that I could give the bride would be, don't worry if the day doesn't go exactly as planned with timing. The great thing about a wedding is it really is your day, and it will take all the time that it needs to take. So just enjoy it and go with the flow.
One piece of advice I'd give my brides would be to get your hair and makeup done. It is so fun. You just relax, you just let us take care of it, and we'll make sure you look beautiful.
Ensure that you're hiring a true professional and understand that there's a definitive difference between a true professional and someone who's posing as a true professional. Ensure that they have all of their licensing, liability insurance. Are they members of the Canadian Disc Jockey Association? That will definitely help ensure a successful event when you know and you have the confidence that you're hiring a real professional.
Seriously consider who you're going to have marry you. Not your fiancé, of course, but actually your officiant. Without us, it's really just an expensive party. So you want somebody who is going to add some life and memory to your very special day.
Shop around and look for a DJ. Make sure they actually physically come and see them at their location, and make sure you can see and talk to the DJs and find out what they can do from. Ask lots of questions, find out if they have liability insurance, find out how long they'll be DJing for, find out their music selection, and the best thing is make sure they have some referrals they give you.
One piece of advice I give a bride is that they should make sure that they know who the photographer is, that they have lots of experience doing photography in the wedding industry. Just ask them any question you can find. There's lots of resources online. You can find any kind of questions that are necessary to find out that if your photographer is right for you.
I know an event has been successful when I happen to be at the venue when the bride walks in and her face totally lights up when she sees her venue and her head table.
I believe the signs of a successful event when it's all over is when everybody at the wedding has touched the dance floor. You have the bride and groom, you have family members and friends, young and old, touching the dance floor.
I know an event has been successful when the bride and groom are elated with the service. You've catered to all of their guests' requests, and you know that a good time has been had by all. Generally, a good indicator of this is just the tone of the evening. If people are coming up, they're complimenting your services.
We get a lot of thank you letters and quality assurance that we do. At the end of the night, we come up and we get thanked and gratitude beyond belief. It's amazing.
We've done family members that we've done all four daughters' weddings. We've done cousins' weddings. That's a sign of a successful event when you have people keep coming back to you.
You know it's a successful event when near the end of the night you still have the majority of the guests within the facility.
I can always tell when an event has been successful when the wedding party is walking out the door at 1 o'clock in the morning with their shoes in their hands because they can't walk anymore.
We knock it out of the park every single time we DJ for it.
So if you want to have a good time in the hall, stay in the hall and enjoy the music.
I know an event was successful when I come back into the room after everyone's eaten and everyone is up and they're dancing and they're having a great time, and quite frankly, no one is paying attention to me. Everyone is really having a great time. The whole room is filled with smiles, and I just know that everyone is happy.
I know a bride has been satisfied when she looks in the mirror and she's smiling and she's tearing up and she's so happy with her wedding day look. She just looks glamorous, she just looks happy, and I know I've done my job at the end of the day.
I know a wedding is successful when a bride and groom and their family can approach me and they come up to me with such happiness of the photographs, and I really love providing them with that. Having that kind of satisfaction is is why I do my job.
I know an event has been successful when people come up to the bride and groom afterward and they say, you know what? That wedding ceremony couldn't have belonged to anybody else. It was just you guys. Wishing you all the best in your planning. Have a wonderful day, and we hope to see you soon.